I'm going to be working with some precious, beautiful crosses. Now, it's a black canvas, and I'm going to be using that as the backdrop for this beautiful cross right here. Okay, so here's the deal. I don't want this on here. I want it on this one right here that I'm going to put on top of this one. I just want this plaid to be the backdrop of this. All right, so what I did was I just very, very gingerly, so I did not bend the metal, I kind of just like pried it off, and it came off, you guys, very easy, very simple. See, because what I want to do is I want to layer these. I want to layer these crosses. I love this galvanized metal on top of this plaid. I think it's so pretty. I'm going to use a little E6000. Then when you put the hot glue on, this is the E6000 I'm going to put on. When you put the hot glue on them, it sticks better. It doesn't start to set up as quickly. You know what I'm saying? So put a little hot glue on each end here, and the E6000 in the middle, just like that. And put it over so you guys can see. A little bit. Boom. Done. Add a little bit of hot glue to the back of this one. I'll just do 4 corners, or maybe a little bit more. I just don't want it oozing out everywhere. And I don't want it where the E6000 is. Let's see. Okay, I don't want to mess this up. Far so good, right? I love layering, don't you? I got this pretty lace I just had in my stash. All right, so what I want to do is I just want to cover this canvas. It's an 8x10, so I cut it a little bigger. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over here, and I'm just going to hot glue it around the back. And we're going to cover that later anyway. We've got this going for our backdrop, right? Okay, so, and we got this going over here, right? So when you put this with this, I just got a bunch of this from my supplier the other day when I was there. So I got some to spare. It's got to go around and behind, right? And I got to leave a little bit of extra for this little technique I'm going to do. I'm going to show you with this Totally Dazzled little button. Okay, so what I want to do with this, I want to use this little pretty piece of Totally Dazzled Bling. Can you see it? Isn't it gorgeous? Okay, I'm going to take this little piece of jute twine. I added a little dot of hot glue to it because then it makes it like the end of a shoelace, you know, a little hard, you can get it through. The back of this is a button, you guys. It's got a little loop, okay? So that's the cool part. I'm going to stick it through here. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather this little piece of double-sided satin like this, okay? I'm going to gather it just like, bring it to in the middle like this. I have to get my little clip out here. I'm going to clip it off to the side a little bit, and I'm going to tie this button right here, okay? Tie that button right there. Tie it right on the ribbon. And it's going to cinch it right there, okay? You're not going to see that jute twine, but I like using jute twine. You'll find I use it a lot because it stays where you put it. Okay? And this is going to go down here, kind of at the bottom. It's going to sort of drape around it, kind of like a belly band. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And we're going to hot glue it to the back. Okay? First, we have to secure the cross. And she's down. Okay, so now we got the little belly band thing going on, right? So now what we do is we take a little bit of hot glue, and we're going to hot glue this right about a third of the way up in the middle, in the center. Okay. just like this. Okay, I'm just going to secure it. I don't know if I don't think I want to put the hot glue there. I think I'm going to stretch it around, because if I put the hot glue there, you know what's going to happen? You're going to see it. I don't want to see that. I'm going to just stretch it around the back and secure it back here, okay? So this is what we got so far. Isn't that pretty so far? I've got the stunning, stunning, Totally Dazzled Antique Bronze Cross. Okay, hot glue goes on the sides here, and the E6000 went in the center. So that's how I'm going to do it. And the tip of this, the very tip of this beautiful cross is going to go right at the top of that. We've got this going on. Isn't that pretty already? It's just a real pretty statement piece. You know, I've got this little bow here, and it's also the Antique Bronze collection. Okay. I'm going to put the E6000 off to this side here, because the other side doesn't touch. It just kind of hangs out. So we're not going to worry about that so much. And I'm going to put the, so I'll try it this way. And I'm going to put the hot glue in the middle, like that, where it's going to touch just the corner of this plaid cross. Okay, there we are. There's the first piece. Now, right here, you can get this at the Dollar Tree too, rolls of felt, and I'm just going to cut this black felt, and I'm going to hot glue it around the back, so it's a nice finished look. You're not going to see any of these raw edges here or any of that. Okay, all that's going to be hidden, and it'll be very nice and professionally done. So I have this beautiful, this is a 5x7 frame that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. It was on. We're going to put this right in the middle of this cross, right on the glass. We're going to do it on the glass. All right, so here we go. That is what it's all about. I kind of like this one. I kind of like this little sweet bow. It's just perfect for. Okay. Get that put on there just right. How pretty. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Actually, what would be pretty too is a 2 flat back pearls, because there's a pearl in the middle of this little bow. This little flat back pearl. It's perfect. It's perfect. It went on there just perfectly. And one on this side. That's all it needed. Get it to turn me loose. Oh, how pretty that looks with that bling in the background and that pretty sweet little bow. So this one is just a simple black and white cross, and I think it's so pretty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pretty Totally Dazzled brooch, okay? I'm going to take the brooch part off, the little pin. And you just take your plier, okay, and you roll it, and it pops right off. Your needle nose plier, okay, just like that. And center it on there. I think would they not? I'm gonna put a little bit in the center here on the 4 corners. 4 points here. I'm gonna put some hot glue. Hopefully it touches there. I think it does. And it'll hold it on nicely. Ooh, hot. Right there. Nicely. I got this from the Dollar Tree. It's a little placket. You know, one of those little wooden dollar plackets. And I've already painted it white. It's kind of roughed up a little bit. With chalk paint. going to take a little sanding block, give it a little zhuzh, just to make it nice and smooth, real quick. And wipe it down like that with both E6000 and hot glue. Just like that. I am out of time though, so I don't want to go over. I don't want to go over. So, but I want to show you what we got. Show you what we did so far. Okay, we got this. Look how pretty that is, isn't it? Right here that we did with the lace and the black canvas, and how pretty it is with that. That's sweet.
Totally Dazzled sells sparkling rhinestone wedding supplies. Check us out at totallydazzled.com. But before you do, click up here and download our free Printable Sparkle Quotes. Or click down here and watch one of our other awesome tutorials.